Thank you for joining us for Ohio University's online webinar. We will be discussing the Online Masters of Business Administration program with a specific focus on the finance concentration. The purpose of this webinar is to share insights into the MBA program and the finance concentration regarding curriculum, job opportunities, and the like. If you've previously watched another concentration video, please use the feature on the side of your screen to skip ahead to our finance faculty member and specifics about the finance concentration. Along with hearing directly from a finance professor on today's webinar, this webinar will also be discussing Ohio University's background, as well as that of the College of Business, the overall MBA program, and the curriculum. This webinar will be focusing on the descriptions and learning outcomes of the finance curriculum to help you determine if this is the best fit for your needs. At the end of the presentation, I will also be covering the online admissions criteria for further understanding of MBA expectations. Okay, let's introduce you to today's speaker. I have with me Dr. Sinan Gokkaya. He is currently an OU faculty member with our finance concentration. Thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Sinan. Can you provide us a little bit more information about your background and your time with the university?
Of course, Brittany. I'm a JPMorgan Chase professor of finance at the College of Business. I've been here for 6 years now. Prior to entering academics, I did project management on the corporate side. I was an engineer, and then I switched to business with no business background, actually. And I got my MBA. I focused on finance, decided to get my PhD, worked on investment banking projects, and right now I'm very actively involved in investment and wealth management and financial advising projects. I'm also very involved in the MBA program. I teach the managerial finance class. That's our core finance class for all the MBA students. As you can see, I've been very fortunate to publish my work in various journals, and also some of my work got media features, including the Wall Street Journal and the CFA. I was able to present at the Fed, the SEC, London School of Economics, and the list goes on. The bottom line, we're extremely practitioner-oriented here, and when we do teaching, also I do teaching, we do try to incorporate as much real-world activities as possible.
Thank you, Sinan, for that information. Now I want to briefly cover some information about the institution. Ohio University is a prestigious institution with a long history of success. As the 9th oldest public university in the United States, Ohio University was established in 1804 and has a wide array of alumni spanning more than 200,000 strong. The university is fully accredited and recognized for quality by the Higher Learning Commission's North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, and the College of Business itself, housing the online MBA program, is accredited by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business. Better known as the AACSB, this designation is held by only the top 5% of business schools worldwide. So now a little bit more on the College of Business specifically. The College of Business within Ohio University houses a strong caliber and quality of faculty, with more than 80% holding terminal degrees in their field. This means that a large quantity of your faculty hold either a doctorate or a doctorate of business or a Juris Doctorate degree. All of your faculty members, however, are active industry practitioners and bring new light to the MBA program through active, real-world, current knowledge of the industry. The College of Business is consistently ranked among the top business schools for quality and value, as it is a Tier 1 institution, as noted by the U.S. News & World Report. Among the various accomplishments and titles, the MBA program is also recognized by Forbes for Best Value MBA, meaning the quality of education received in this program outweighs the expected total cost. And several other publications deem Ohio University's MBA program and College of Business specifically to be within the best online programs and best public and private business universities. The Online MBA is a comprehensive and rigorous program with an emphasis on strategic leadership and professional development. The program incorporates hands-on leadership and training opportunities in addition to the real-world approach to the curriculum. So it's structured to resemble the development and deployment of a strategic business plan both online and through our on-site leadership development program. The online platform is meant for the working professional, so it's flexible for the user, while also providing opportunities to connect with professors and peers throughout the program, while also maintaining a full-time working schedule. Along with the importance of the online platform, Blackboard, the program offers an integrative support system for all students to assist with heavy demands of a full-time schedule and part-time educational schedule. Ohio University's MBA program online is housed on the concept of student-centered learning. As such, the university offers you connection with enrollment advisors, student advisors, faculty, and your fellow students as a support system to ensure success. In the end, the online program offers students the opportunity to graduate with their MBA from a highly affordable, top-ranked business school in less than 2 years. Once again, the curriculum was designed with full-time working professionals in mind. Completed on a part-time schedule, the online MBA program can be completed in as few as 2 years or 6 total semesters. Each semester comprises 2 terms of 7 weeks each. Therefore, while you register for 2 courses per semester, you're only completing 1 course at a time. With a total of 35 credits to complete, the MBA program includes 9 core classes for a total of 26 credits and 3 concentration courses for an additional 9 credits. While your core courses will cover a variety of business-related topics, your concentration courses will be specific to your selection of finance, business analytics, healthcare, or executive management. Once in the program, students are required to select a concentration of interest. While I will let Dr. Gokkaya discuss the finance concentration specifically, it is important to note that the program offers alternate concentration options in healthcare, executive management, or business analytics. If you're still trying to determine the better option for your needs after this webinar, I do encourage you to review all similar concentration webinars listed on the side of your screen for a better understanding of each. Now I'll turn it over to Sinan for more information about finance.
Everyone, thank you so much for being with me again. I teach the managerial finance class, which is a core class for all the MBA students. 1 year under the finance concentration, there's going to be also 3 additional coursework for you. The first one is going to be the financial markets and institutions. This course is going to go over the structure of the financial markets and institutions. We're going to be studying the financial systems along with the recent financial crisis of 2008. We're going to get into specifics such as the interest rate determinations, the fixed income instruments, the term structure of the interest rates, the bond markets, the stock and the option markets, and the currency markets. The bottom line, by the end of this course, you're going to be able to address specific questions regarding the broad financial systems along with the different financial instruments, markets, and institutions. Next class you'll be taking under finance concentration is going to be MBA 6355. That's the investment class. This class typically covers the principles used by the stock investors to identify and evaluate the various investment alternatives when you're trying to form investment decisions. You're gonna have a grasp on the relationship between the risk and the return, along with portfolio theory, how we identify and evaluate the portfolio performance, and how we value the stocks. And the very last class under the finance concentration is going to be advanced corporate finance. This is where we study the complex decisions made by the financial managers and operations in the corporate America side, and we're going to try to get involved in the process of making those decisions. We'll be covering some advanced corporate finance topics, as the name suggests. We're going to start with the corporate structural theory. We'll be doing dividend policy, long-term financing, issuance of stocks and debt to finance our operations. We'll be doing operations and risk management at the firm and the project level. We'll be looking at large investments such as merger and acquisitions. And we'll be combining a lot of real-world examples from the Wall Street Journal and the recent academic articles while we're trying to accomplish these learning objectives. Finance concentration is for someone with a business background. Also, for people without any business background. I personally did not have any business background. Before I got my MBA, I was an engineer, and I did benefit dramatically out of the MBA, especially the finance concentration. If you wanted to seek a profession in the financial services and investments in asset and wealth management and the non-banking sectors, this is also a great fit. To be more specific, if you want to be in the investment side, such as trying to do investment and wealth management, stock analysis, or fixed income analysis, if you want to do institutional sales and trading to deal with the institutional customers, also corporate, middle market, and investment banking, along with the corporate valuation, I believe that the finance concentration is a very good fit for you. And also, if you don't want to work for a financial institution more beyond the corporate side, doing such as periodic financial reports, analyze the financial operations, doing budget and financial forecasts at the firm and the project level. If you want to do daily cash and treasury management, risk assessment, risk management, along with the regulatory and financial reporting for-profit and non-profit companies, I believe that the finance concentration is a very good fit for you. Here, I wanted to list the jobs you can potentially pursue while and after you're done with your finance concentration. Like I said, there are a lot of jobs out there in the banking and the non-banking sector, so I wanted to break it down for you. If you wanted to work in the banking and the financial institution sector, you'll be getting a lot of background information in our investments and financial markets and institutions course under the finance concentration. Some of the jobs, the typical jobs the student get placed into is going to be a security and a financial analyst. This can be on the stock or the fixed income side. You typically start as an associate, then you go up to the analyst level, then to the VP, and ultimately the managing director level. If you want to do more of the banking side, where you get to help firms finance their operations, you can do corporate or investment banking, similar to the analyst jobs, the financial analyst job. You start as an associate. Again, the corporate ladder is similar to the analyst, VP, and managing director. Again, with the institutional sales and the trading side, if you do the institutional trading side, you'll be trying to execute the trades of institutions on your trading desk as effectively as possible. If you're on the institutional sales side, you're going to try to sell your financial products to big institutional investors so that you can put their money into use. If you want to do institutional asset or wealth management, if you want to do a personal financial advising or planning or portfolio management, there are also going to be a lot of jobs available for you. If you want to focus on the corporate side only, or the corporate America side, you will see that there are going to be a lot of jobs available for you under the budget and operations analyst and the corporate controller. Typically, the progress under this profession is going to be up to the finance officer, to the financial manager level. Then you're going to try to go up to the director, the VP, and hopefully one day is a CFO. If you want to get more involved in the daily operations of a given firm to do liquidity management, you can try to look for jobs under treasury and cash management as an analyst or as a director down the road. If you want to do more of the risk assessment of given projects, you can try to pursue jobs under credit and risk management analyst. And finally, as we all know, the global markets are integrated, and the suppliers of most firms are going to be from overseas. So if you want to do some currency hedging, try to do risk analysis under that route. You can try to look for jobs under international and global finance.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you again, Dr. Gokkaya, for helping us today. We're going to run through a few commonly asked questions about our MBA finance concentration. So to start, are there any benefits to earning an MBA finance concentration degree over another specific type of finance program?
I believe there are several benefits. And keep in mind that I'm very passionate about my field, so I may be biased a little bit. So the first benefit I see is the job satisfaction rate is typically very high if you look at the surveys. The second most important benefit to me is that if you look at the job outlook, over 2016 to 2026 by BLS.gov, you will see that the growth expectation for financial professions is around 12 to 15%, while the average growth expectation for a business job is around 6%. So we're way above the average. Next, I believe that there are a lot of employment opportunities, not only in financial institutions and banks, but also in corporate America, nonprofit organization, and the government agencies. And last but not the least, of course, for most students will be very interested to hear this, the average salary expectation when you start is going to be very high. That makes a really good fit for most students.
Perfect. I know a lot of students are actually looking into that a lot, so thank you.
Of course.
Our next question is regarding the finance concentration. Considering the fact that an MBA is so broad in nature, what type of areas of the financial industry are covered within this finance concentration?
Of course. We have a core coursework in our MBA program that I teach. It's the managerial finance. That's going to give an intro to the finance field. When you start taking the coursework under the finance concentration, you will get a good grasp of the advanced knowledge in investments, financial markets and institutions, and the corporate markets. And those coursework is going to cover most of the knowledge you need to have for the financial industry.
Perfect. And then, so when looking at the concentration, would you say that this is a good concentration for somebody who works or is looking to work in the corporate finance field?
Absolutely. You will need to have an extensive background in all fields of finance if you want to be successful in corporate finance, and we'll be teaching you that under the finance concentration.
That's definitely good to know. So then another question for you is, a lot of students are coming from a different background. Do you think it's necessary for somebody who's interested in the finance concentration to have a financial background?
As someone who used to be an engineer and did project management, when I started my MBA, I did not have any business background, and I did benefit so much from it. So I personally believe that the finance concentration is going to benefit business, non-business, non-finance students equally.
That's great to hear, especially coming from those students who have a different background. That's going to be a great knowledge for them. So before we let you go here, one final question. What is your advice for a future MBA finance student?
So I strongly believe that as soon as the students start the MBA program and start taking coursework under the finance concentration, they start doing some search about the path, the career path they want to follow, and start looking for jobs. And while looking for jobs, they're also going to see that most of the major financial institutions and bulge bracket banks, they even offer very high-paid internships just specifically to MBAs with a finance concentration. I believe that the earlier you start this process, the more you're going to get out of the program and the better you're going to place once you're done with your MBA with finance concentration.
Thank you so much, and thank you once again for joining us today, Dr. Gokkaya. We really appreciate your knowledge on the subject and for being such a good example for our students. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you very much for having me over, and I really enjoy my time. Thank you very much.
Now that you've had the opportunity to learn more about the program and hopefully determine whether or not it will fit your needs, let's learn a little bit more about the applicant and student expectations. In order to be considered for admission to the online program, it is recommended that all applicants have conferred an accredited bachelor's degree or the higher with at least a 3.0 GPA. And since the program is meant for those in the industry, we also require a minimum of 2 to 5 years of professional work experience, progressive if possible, and more is always accepted. I also want to note that the program does not require GMAT or GRE scores, and the program will not accept transfer credits. If you're uncertain of how you might meet the requirements, we do encourage you to contact your enrollment advisor for assistance. Once ready to apply, to complete an online application, you will need to provide us with transcripts from all previously attended institutions, an updated resume or CV, 3 letters of recommendation with at least 1 from your current supervisor if possible, and a personal statement of goals explaining your career objectives and interest in the program. The online application fee is paid at the end and will be $50. An important topic when selecting any graduate degree option as well will be tuition. The online MBA program is financial aid eligible, and the tuition cost per credit hour is $1,004 for Ohio residents, $1,023 for non-Ohio residents, and with an overall estimated tuition cost of $35,140 for Ohio residents and $35,805 for non-Ohio residents.
I want to thank you once again for watching our Finance Concentration webinar and taking the time to learn more about your graduate options. You are encouraged to use all of the resources available to you on your screen to speak with an enrollment advisor, watch other concentration and webinar videos, and begin the admissions process. We are now accepting applications for the next term of enrollment, so thank you again, and on behalf of all enrollment advisors for Ohio University's Online MBA program, we look forward to assisting you with your interest.